Coming up on City Spotlight, we're on location in Marshall with the night out on the National Road as our backdrop. We'll talk with the Mayor of Marshall, John Trefz, and Jennifer Bishop of the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. We'll get an update on the new Marshall swimming pool and the plans moving forward with that, and also an update on economic development in Marshall. Then we'll talk with Dick Gustafson of the Marshall City Band and talk about the long history and tradition of the City Band here in Marshall. And we'll wrap up the show at the Clark County Fair with Chris O'Rourke, president of the Clark County Fair Board. We're on location in Marshall. That's next, right here on City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. And thank you to all of you for joining us for this latest episode of City Spotlight. We're on the road again, on location, this time in Marshall, Illinois. We have the night out on the National Road behind us as our backdrop. We'd like to welcome to the program the Mayor of Marshall, John Trefz. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to Marshall.
Thank you very much. And we welcome back to the program Jennifer Bishop of the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you for having us.
Great backdrop. We're going to talk a little bit about this great annual event here in Marshall. But John, first of all, congratulations. You're the Mayor of Marshall again. So tell us about how you got to this point.
Won the election. 16 years ago, I served my first term after leaving the police department and decided this time, at my age, I wanted to try it one more time. And luckily, enough of the voters seemed fit to put me in again. But I've been in the local politics most of my adult life. From age 22, 23, I was council member, and my father was a two-term mayor. Just been involved in it, sat in all the council meetings for 20-something years with the police department as chief, so been involved in it and wanted to get back in.
So now you're back as Mayor of Marshall. What are you most excited about the second time around?
There's a few challenges I'm really looking forward to. We are in the process of looking at we're going to be taking bids next week, pre-bids on a new multi-million-dollar swimming pool. We're on track with that. Soon we'll be closing, the people will close the current pool. And after the bid letting, it will be demolished, moved in, and hopefully, the plan is to be on track by 18.
Okay. That was my next question, was you have a swimming pool that's been around for 62 years, a great long tradition here in Marshall, and what does that say about the community? Last May, the city passed a resolution to continue that just in a newer form. What does that say about the community that values the swimming pool?
That tells you what our people think about having something for our children to do. When you see some of the other communities that have went up and just closed their pools because of the expense. It is expensive, but it's everyone's tax dollars in Marshall. If we have to spend it in order to have something for our children to enjoy and the adults, I think we're going to see more out of this pool. Swim team's going to have a wonderful place. Hopefully the director tells me we're going to have a couple of adult nights. Aerobics and so forth in the water. Yes. So I think that'll be a good thing.
I understand that tomorrow, August 12th, we're taping this on August 11th. Tomorrow, Terry Stepp, who was the longtime it's his 50th year involved, so there's a little celebration for that. So the longevity of the swimming pool in Marshall has, the great swimmers that I've heard about Marshall has had. So it's a great tradition to continue in Marshall.
Yep.
In the same location? Or where will the
pool? Yes, it'd be set a little different, but same spot, yes.
Okay, very exciting.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that wonderful update. Jennifer, let me ask you, the last time we were here was when the wall dogs were up, and so it's been a year. Yep. Tell us what's the latest with the economic development in Marshall.
So we have all the murals are complete, all the plaques are at every mural site. We're publicizing the murals like crazy. We see people driving around, walking around, taking pictures, so that's a really cool improvement in Marshall to see people out and about. City Council just passed a resolution for outdoor dining downtown, so our restaurants can now set up a barricade outside, serve food outside, create more of a welcoming atmosphere and let them know that they're open and just create more of an atmosphere for our restaurants in our downtown. We recently just broke ground on a 12-bed, soon-to-be 24-bed memory care facility, Willowbrook Living out of Effingham. They have a couple other locations that they are building as well, but they should be done probably the end of November. And from what I've heard, they have already filled all of the 12 rooms that they have gotten going.
I had heard 8 already, but
I think they're pretty
Where's
close.
the location of
It's
that
impressive.
facility?
It'll be on 2nd Street, right across the street from, down the road from the pool.
Very good.
So that's been a huge blessing for the community and a good investment in the community.
and much needed.
Much needed.
Much needed.
Yes.
Fantastic.
We've also had a lot of interest in Marshall, more phone calls about the community than we've ever had.
Really?
So we're just trucking along. We're just trying.
Let me ask you, John, you've been mayor once, so the growth that Marshall has seen, and obviously the addition of the murals brings the foot traffic here. What would you analyze as Marshall's economic development status right now?
Progressing on a steady pace, not over steady. That's not a word, but we're not. We are not going to go out there probably and get that big factory. Don't have the workforce, first of all, correct?
We don't, and the opportunities aren't out
And
there.
they're not out there. She's done such a job. I cannot tell you how wonderful she has been in her position.
So she's done her homework.
Oh, I could tell you more stories. Yeah. Good stories, though. I mean,
But we're short term, as far as Marshall's economic development and working with Jennifer, what kind of direction do you want it to continue to do? The way it's going?
the way it's going, slow, easy pace. Not full steam ahead, but just steady growth.
We're happy with a couple of projects a year.
Yeah. You get too big. I have rental properties, and I get to the point where I'm I'm doing this and that.
Yeah.
Marshall is going to just steadily increase.
Yeah,
And we're doing, she's the pushing force behind it.
we're trying.
Very good.
Wonderful job.
As we referenced, we were here a year ago when the wall dog murals were being put up. That was June of 2016. What a wonderful experience for me personally, taping it. A lot of great artists were here from around the world because it's an international mural painting event, and
Yes.
the transformation of Marshall. A year later, let's reflect a little bit. Jennifer, you did a lot of legwork to get that set up. It happened. It was obviously a very good success. A lot of new murals, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Identifying great historical places, people, things in Marshall.
Yeah.
A year later, what would you say the residents or yourself, what you've seen, how has it impacted Marshall?
Well, I think I've finally literally just recovered from last year.
I stopped sweating.
I think I've finally recovered. I've finally caught up. I think the residents have been very happy with it. I think they are more connected with our traditions and our history than they ever have been. I actually got to tour the first graders around all the murals.
Wow.
And that for me was a blessing, because my son was a first grader. So it was just a dream come true for me. But we also, even the teachers didn't know a lot of the hidden items of, why do we have this little wall in front of us? Yeah. Well, it's to keep pigs out.
Yeah.
They built it
Back
to keep
in the day.
livestock out at the time. And it's just really cool to see the kids so excited about it. So to see them excited about our history and more people interested in what we are and who we are has been a dream come true for me. So it's been awesome to see people drive around, and we've been adding to them. So we just started the Lion Project, and hopefully by Autumn Fest, which is in a month, all 12 lions should be out in place. So they're 4-foot fiberglass lions. They're all painted in different themes depending on the sponsor, and they'll be placed out around town. So that'll be a really cool project.
Are beautiful.
Yeah.
And
They very awesome.
one final question here on the murals, and thank you for that on the new lions. John, the noticeable foot traffic, people from outside Marshall, they come to town, they're seeing it. Is that the impact you're looking for?
Yes. One morning, I was coming from City Hall, going up to the courthouse for something, I can't tell you what. Walking by Harlan Hall, and there was a car pulled right in, Massachusetts license. I was standing looking at the Harlan Hall, at the mural.
Yes.
And I said, "Can I help you?" These are neat. They said, "These are beautiful." And I said, "Well, why don't you go over and go to City Hall, follow me back. We have a brochure on it." Really? And I said, "Yeah." I said, "There's more." I said, "If you don't want a brochure, just go one block around the square. No farther than one block out, you'll see them all."
Most of them.
The
Yeah.
one thing, I'm glad you asked me that question, was to add a little more to the murals and the locals. the thing that I hear, I'm 66, so I grew up underneath the trees when the band concerts were playing and running the streets like that. But I hear the people my age say, stand, like George Mitchell, the one over behind us, was my family doctor.
Right.
He was there when my father had his heart attack and tried to revive him, bring him up. But it's a trip down memory lane for people my age and the older groups that remember these. I don't know if she remembers some of those, but the Candy Kitchen. I grew up in the Candy Kitchen. It's a trip down memory lane, excuse me, when you just stand there and look at that mural. You know, and one of these days, you know, when I'm gone, my grandson who's turned 5,
but they're there, and
but
they
they're
remind
there.
people.
Yes, and every time I get in the golf cart with him, he goes, "Grandpa, take me around, see the pictures."
Yep.
He wants to see the
My
pictures.
kids do too.
A great learning lesson for people here and for out-of-towners like myself. Great memories of the Wall Dogs being here, and obviously the impact will be for years to come in Marshall.
Yeah.
I do hope you take a shot of our flag before you leave,
Well, we're
show our fire department, our
Right.
police officers how much and veterans how much we appreciate them.
Well, I will definitely do that.
Yeah.
Great segue there. That's part of TV is the segue. And we're going to talk about this wonderful event. It's the Night Out on the National Road. It's an annual event for Marshall. So we'll be showing some visuals of the event while we're talking about this. Jennifer, give us a brief history of the event. How long has it been going on?
This is our 3rd year doing it.
Okay.
City Hall came to us a couple years ago and they wanted to put on this event, and we teamed up with them, and we have fire trucks and ambulances, we have Army Humvees, the rock climbing wall, the state troopers, the canines, the state police, you name it. If it's out, I mean, they want to be a part of it. Everything should be free. There's no cost to do anything. We even have bounce houses, face painting, free hot dogs. You know, it is at no cost to the residents. It's just a fun safety event for kids and families to come out and enjoy, get in the vehicles and just kind of learn and just get out downtown Marshall. It's wonderful. And then the band plays at 8 o'clock, which is our last band concert for the year. So we like to close the year out with that. And then the pool opens from 9 to midnight for teenagers, or really anybody who wants to go from 9 to midnight. So it's
There's
just
a
a
DJ
fun
out there,
night.
isn't there?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought there was a DJ
I
at
don't
the
think
pool
so.
tonight, but okay, sorry.
What we learned on some of these episodes about communities such as Marshall is the things that you have that are unique to your town, and talked about with previous Mayor Kami Sanders and Jennifer was that trying to have something going on every month. And so when you see an event like this in its 3rd year, John, and what it does for Marshall, and obviously got lots of people behind us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all caused, in my opinion, because of the great leaderships that we've had in the past. The mayors and city councils have continued, been good stewards of the city, and continued this type of program, these types of programs for us.
I think they also listened to what the youth had told them.
They did, yes. You're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You referenced the band, and in our next segment, we'll talk with Dick Gustafson of the City Band. And I want to reference traditions here in Marshall, because you have a band that's been here 142 years.
Yeah.
The swimming pool that's been around for 62 years. And traditions are, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, have kind of been broken, it seems like, in recent years, but in a lot of places. But Marshall has these 2 long-standing things. John, what does that say about the community? They value and keep these long-standing things going.
They care about their history, and they want to continue this, keeping it going, memories for our children, our grandchildren, and keep the faith of the city.
Definitely.
Anything you'd like to add on that, Jennifer?
No, I think that the older people really enjoy this, and they enjoy bringing their young children out to it and showing them that this is our tradition and this is our way. And you can see that on Friday nights with the band concert when the kids are running around the bandstand and nobody bothers them because they're having fun. They have a smile on their face.
If it weren't for being at the bandstand, they'd be yelling at their kids, sit down, be quiet, but they let them run.
Yep.
I was this age, and Dad and Mom let me run the same way.
Yep. So it's just heartwarming.
Generating new memories for years to come. It's only year 3, so hopefully a great long tradition also for Marshall. Last thing, Jennifer, Autumn Fest is right around the corner.
Yeah, Autumn Fest is our yearly festival. Do you know how many years it's been going on?
I don't.
A while, quite a while. It's always the 3rd weekend in September.
Very good.
We have tons of arts and crafts, a large, very large parade on Saturday morning, tons of entertainment starting on Friday night, tons of food. I mean, you name it, it's here the 3rd weekend in September every year.
All the entertainment, I believe, is still free.
Oh,
There's-
yes,
there's
yes, good point.
sponsorships.
Yes. So it's just like the band. Everyone comes around the bandstand and they hear the bands all day, every day, and they just rotate them in and out, and it's just a fun weekend. I mean, the downtown is packed, and it's just kind of a homecoming kind of thing.
Well
Fantastic.
put, yeah, homecoming. We have large parades, very large parade.
Over an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just not a bunch of trucks and cars.
No.
It's a real parade.
Yeah.
Be sure and come back in Christmas time for our parade of lights.
I've heard that's pretty good too.
yeah.
Yes, you'll love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
John-
we're doing a scarecrow contest in
Yeah.
October.
And I've got half of mine put together already.
You guys got events every month.
Yeah.
Got to keep them
Pretty
ducks in order.
much.
Need a little bullet, a little brochure.
Yes.
John Trefz, the Mayor of Marshall, and Jennifer Bishop of the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. It's been a pleasure having you guys on City Spotlight.
It's been our pleasure, my pleasure for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. Yeah, thank you for coming down to Marshall,
Yeah.
covering this event.
Thank you so much. Coming up next year on City Spotlight, we'll take a look at some of the upcoming events, and we'll talk with Dick Gustafson of the Marshall City Band. And we're back here on City Spotlight on location in Marshall with the night out on the National Road as our backdrop. We welcome to the program Dick Gustafson. He's the president of the Marshall City Band. Welcome to the program, Dick.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
And behind us, hopefully they can see it here on the wide shot, is where the band will be performing this evening, your final performance of the season for you guys, the 142nd year
Yes.
of the Marshall City Band. That's many, many years. Dick, give us a brief history of the band. I know I just said 142, but what else can you add to that?
The band started in 1875. It started out as a boys band, an all cornet band, and it's been through many incarnations through history. They added clarinets and woodwinds as they became more popular, and it's been in continual operation since then, 142 years.
All right, very good. Tell us, you guys perform on Friday nights during the summer?
Friday nights during the summer, we start the first Friday in June and then usually the second Friday in August.
Okay.
We start losing our students that play in the band. They all go back to school, so we have to kind of pull the plug early.
Right. So tell us about the players. Rough age range. Where do some of the players come from?
Well, most of the players are from Marshall, but we have some that come from Indiana, Terre Haute. Got a couple players this year from Paris, Illinois. We got a guy that comes up from Robinson. We draw from a wide area. We've been around long enough. We're well known, and we draw some pretty good musicians. As far as the age goes, our oldest gentleman, I believe, is 80 this year, and his first chair in the clarinet section. He's still a really good player. Our youngest player is going to be in 8th grade.
Okay.
We normally don't allow people that young in, but this young lady can really play the flute. She's a good musician, so she's in.
That's awesome. Great to build upon those experiences, younger to older. This tradition in Marshall, 142 years. How long, Dick, have you been affiliated with the band?
I was figuring that up today. I think I've been in about 47 years. I started when I was in the 8th grade and been in it ever since.
And being in this community for this many years, 140. One of our last previous episodes of City Spotlight, we featured the Charleston Community Band. Just 40 years. Marshall's been around 142 years, so this is a major part of the community.
Right.
People look
right.
forward to it, like with events like this, the night out on the National Road. What does this band? What does it do for this community?
Well, it provides a little bit of summer employment for some of the school kids. It keeps some of us older people active. You know, we come out, we still play, keep our chops up. The city supports us. They use the bandstand as the icon on their letterhead.
Right.
So it's pretty important to the city. Friday evenings we get a good crowd every Friday. We usually have ice cream socials from various organizations. You always hear the kids running around and having a good time while we're playing. So it's a worthy thing to do. It gets people out of the house in the summer, and they get to hear a little of the old music that they don't you wouldn't hear otherwise.
And that bandstand behind us, you mentioned it's on the brochure for the city of Marshall.
Yep.
Talk about that bandstand and what a unique playing platform you have there?
Well, that thing was built, oh golly, I couldn't tell you exactly how many years ago. Our old band director that I had for years and years, he and his father built it. They were in the masonry business, and they put that thing up, my gosh, a long time ago. And it's been there ever since, with occasional refurbishings, a little bit of paint, that kind of thing. But been there a long time. Jerry Forsyth last year paid to have it completely refurbished. It's been repainted, some new soundboard in it. It's in better shape now than it has been for years, but that thing's been there a long time.
Very good. And as we wrap up here with you, Dick, appreciate your time here and talking about the Marshall City Band. What do you get out of it most? Is it the music? Is it the players? Is it all the above?
All of the above. I like seeing the kids that come in from the junior high and the high school, and they learn to play a little more music than they get to do at the school. I like to see how they progress. It gives me something to do, obviously, and I really enjoy playing. So it's all of the above. Yeah, it's real important to my life, and I think a lot of people that come out for the band, it's important to a lot of people. It just keeps going, and we never have to scramble around looking for musicians. We always have people come. We've always got a full group. It's just been a great thing for the community, and for all these years, it's just really held up well.
All right, very good, and best of luck on your final performance this evening on the Night
Thank
Out
you.
on the National Road. Dick Gustafson, the president of the Marshall City Band, we appreciate your time here on City Spotlight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next here on City Spotlight, we'll continue with this episode on Marshall. We'll head over to the Clark County Fair and talk with Chris O'Rourke, president of the Clark County Fair Board. Stay tuned.
City Spotlight is on YouTube. Past episodes can be viewed on East Central Illinois towns that have been featured on City Spotlight. Just search on YouTube City Spotlight with the show number and the name of the town. Listed on your screen are the recent episodes of City Spotlight.
And we're back here on City Spotlight, our on-location episode on Marshall. We've changed locations from the Night Out on the National Road. We're at the Clark County Fair, and we're going to talk about the Clark County Fair with Chris O'Rourke. He's the Clark County Fair Board president. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here. And Chris, tell us how long you've been affiliated with the fair.
I have been affiliated since 2004. I've been president since 2006. So about 12 years, I guess. So, I'm sorry, about 13 years now, so total. But I enjoy it. It's a good time. We, it takes all year to get ready for 1 week of work, but when you walk up and down the midway, you see the kids smiling. It's well worth it. So it's well worth it all the time. So
very good. We're taping this right smack dab in the middle of the fair. It's a 7-day fair, and this is the 121 years this fair has been going on. Give us a brief history of the Clark County Fair.
It was originally called the Marshall Fair, and then it ran like that since 1896 up to the early 40s, and something having to do with the war going on in the 40s, it got changed and became the Clark County Fair, and it's been that way ever since. I don't know why it got all changed, but for some reason it became the county fair then, and we've held that distinction ever since then. We're very proud of the county fair here in Marshall, having it here. It's 121 years straight running with no breaks in it. We're one of the oldest county fairs in Illinois. According to somebody at Springfield I talked to one time, he couldn't give me a definitive number of where we ranked at, but he was pretty sure that we were in the top 10 of county fairs continually running in the state. So
we've been making the rounds here on City Spotlight the last 2 years, so we've been to a nice handful of fairs, so it's good to come out to each one of them. This location we're at here on the western edge of Marshall, this has been the only location for the fair?
Yes, except for in the very early days, it was one block east of here, over in it was held in the high school parking lot. But other than that, it's been here ever since.
You're not too far of a move there.
Yeah.
Let's several events going on at a fair, 4-H events, carnival rides. But one thing that I want to focus in with you, Chris, is you have several different horse-related events. Can you talk about those, please?
We got Broken Horn Rodeo getting ready to play tonight. There'll be all kinds of horse events there. One of the things that we brought back last year that's
been gone from a lot of county fairs is horse pulling. We kind of miss that. The other thing that we miss with the horses is the horse racing. We've had to get away from that for the last 2 years, but we're looking at trying to bring that back next year. The horse pulling, we're not doing the typical big heavy horse pulls that you normally see out there. We're bringing a farm class pull in here where the farmers who still have teams of horses that work them every day for pleasure can bring them in and exercise them a little bit, work them to show off to the crowd.
All right, very good. And in this last minute we have with you here to end in our program here on Marshall, Chris, what do you enjoy most about the fair?
Everything. The food, the carnival, the people, especially the kids. You know, like I said earlier, when you get to see the kids having a good time running around, bouncing off all the rides, and you know, get off this ride, get on the next one. You know, that's the best part about it.
And you referenced the fair food, so as I asked Christian County Fair Board President Jim Olive what his favorite fair food was, Chris, put you on the spot. What's your favorite fair food item?
All of it's my favorite fair food. I mean, you cannot pick out one favorite fair food. There's just too much of it. That you got your pork burgers, your ribeye sandwiches, you got your elephant ears, corn dogs, everything. You can't just narrow it down to one. You got to come out and sample it all.
Well, 2 fairs in a row, same answer, all of the above, and they're both good answers because all fair food is pretty good. Chris O'Rourke, Clark County Fair Board President, we appreciate your time here on City Spotlight.
Well, thank you very much.
And that'll do it for this on-location episode on Marshall here on City Spotlight. We'll see you next time.
City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.